Okiku. Once upon a time, in a certain village in Japan, there lived a woman named Okiku. She used to wash dishes at Himeji Castle. One of her master's retainers, a samurai named Aoyama, tried to seduce Okiku many times. But every time she rejected him. After some time, Aoyama became impatient and decided to trick her. Now everyone knew that in the castle there were 10 expensive dishes. Aoyama hid one of them and then called for Okiku. He blamed Okiku for stealing the dish and asked her where it was. Okiku was scared. She counted the dishes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. She counted them again and again. Each time, there were only 9 dishes. She got worried. Thereupon, Aoyama said to her, "I will overlook your mistake and not tell the master about the missing dish, only on one condition. You will have to become my mistress." But still, Okiku refused him. Okiku's ghost. Aoyama was very angry. He called his servant and ordered him to beat Okiku with a wooden sword. At last, Aoyama struck her with his sword and killed her. He then dropped her into the well. After a few days, people saw Okiku's ghost wandering in the castle grounds. Every night, she rose from the well and entered into the castle to search for the missing dish. She counted the plates and made a lot of noise. This tormented Aoyama and he could not sleep. Finally, the master of the castle called a priest and asked him to pray for her and release her spirit. That night, the priest sat in the garden and chanted sutras. Okiku's ghost rose out of the well and started counting the dishes. The moment Okiku counted the 9th dish, the priest shouted out, "10." Okiku's ghost was calmed that someone had found the 10th dish. She never haunted the castle ever again. The Water Spider. One summer evening, a man living in Oshu went fishing in a pond at Handayama. He caught many fish and his basket was full up to the brim. To cool himself, the man soaked his bare feet in the pond. Suddenly, a water spider came out of the pond and fastened his thread onto the man's big toe. The spider went into the pond and came out again. He now fastened another thread on the same place. The man found it quite strange. He carefully unfastened the thread from his toe and tied it around the willow stump beside him. Suddenly, someone screamed from the bottom of the pond, "Jera and Sero, and the rest of you, come here." The man was amazed. All the fish from his basket leapt out and went back in the pond. And right before his eyes, the spider's thread was pulled and the thick stump broke off. From then on, no one went fishing in that pond. The Yaroka Flood. Once upon a time, in the village of Ibori in Owari, there was a heavy downpour. As a result, the Kiso River rose higher and higher. The villagers were scared that the barriers might break. So they set up a watch by the flood. One night, a voice called out from the depths of Mino no Ikiyama on the opposite bank. It said, "Yaroka, Yaroka." The villagers could not understand it and found it really strange. They did not know what to do and just stared at each other. The voice kept on calling, "Yaroka, Yaroka." Finally, one of the villagers instinctively shouted, "If you are going to let go, let go." The moment he said this, a great wall of water came rushing through. The fields everywhere were covered by the flood. The villagers were shocked and did not know what to do. Even at present, that flood is spoken of as the Yaroka Flood. Thanks for watching. Do like, share, subscribe to Sahil Book House.